Hi, this is Eve Monique from Sex and Care, and today we're going to have some girlfriend talk about how to be with yourself and your vibrator and how to create a journey that ends in orgasm or not, but you open up yourself sexually. And that is a delicate subject because it's a little private and scary, but everybody wants to have more for themselves and within themselves, and you have to start somewhere. So here we go. For me, it was hard personally to get orgasms when I was a little younger than I'm now. And I needed to go on a journey and learn about myself and why I couldn't have what I knew was possible to have. And I had to practice and learn about my body and learn about my vagina and learn about my orgasms and learn about what makes me tick. So when I knew that, then I could share that with my partner. And in the beginning, I could not have an orgasm on my own. And when that happened, it was very easy to get an orgasm on my own. Then I needed to go to having an orgasm with a partner, and that was a whole other step. But I know from experience that you have to start on your own. You have to get to know yourself. You have to learn about yourself. And you have to take yourself on that journey, no matter what it brings up, because it can bring up some things. And there's nothing wrong with that. So how I started was I got myself, locked myself in my room, put some nice music on, and allowed myself to feel my own sensuality and sexuality. And it is all within. Nothing is outside of us. It's all being with who you are and where you're at. So no judgment. And just the idea of it might give you some guilt and shame because we've been raised to not do this. We've been taught that you cannot be a slut, but you want to just experience your body and give it full permission of your own sexuality. So then when you are in your room, you put some music on. And I put music on, put some nice lingerie on, and really start to feel myself real intimately, and really allowed myself to be horny and sexy and juicy. And, sometimes I put music on and I had to dance and it's kind of like a sexual energy that starts to move, and you can feel it and you can express it, and all happens inside of yourself. And it's kind of exciting. And then you keep going, and then you start touching yourself. You start to touch yourself with your hands. You might take some clothes off. You might do some stripping for yourself just because of the feeling that it gives you. And so there's arousal that happens, and the arousal that happens keeps going, and give yourself a certain mood. And if your mind's in the way, you have to let go of your mind. You have to, maybe put some stronger music on and just do some let go dancing, just be real and see what's in the way for you to keep going and take an action and change it. And for myself then, when that all happened and I was really juicy and in the mood, and then I could get my vibrator, and it wasn't good for me to start right away on my clitoris. That didn't work. But you can start again with arousal, vibrators on your nipples, on your arms, inside of your thighs. Just give yourself the feeling and allow yourself then to have fantasy within that. The fantasy of like whoever you want to have sex with. If it's your partner, and even if you have a partner and you think about somebody else, don't worry about it. Fantasies are allowed in every which way. They're your fantasies, and that's nothing's wrong with it. So then you are in your own fantasy feeling, because the fantasy creates another feeling for yourself. And then you can use your hand, you can use your vibrator, and after the touching of the body, you go to your pussy and you start to stroke yourself and feel, and the level of intensity in that will increase. The level of arousal will increase. Your breath might be changing. For me, it would get more and more intense, and I would keep going with that, and don't shy away from intensity. Don't shy away for something that's building up and you can feel that. You go into that feeling and allow it to become more. And you can get kind of rough with yourself, or you can be really gentle, because each journey is very different. But it is you being present with yourself to allow whatever is next that needs to happen. You will know what to do. When you're that connected, you know exactly what to do, and you let go into that. And then you will, you have a vibrator. You can use that around your pussy on the outside, go on your clitoris, start to use different settings of your vibrator, different patterns. Just explore, because it's all about exploring and feeling what happens and letting it build. And then you're ready for penetration. And then, you have to pay attention if you're not wet enough. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's different. There's lubricants that protect you, actually your skin, from getting a little sensitive. So I always like to use a water-based lubricant just to protect my pussy and my skin in there, because I sometimes might get rough and sometimes it might be very gentle, but then you keep going with that. And the building up, you have to allow yourself, keep letting go of your mind, and you allow yourself whatever happens in your body, and don't get in the way of it. Don't stop it. Be okay with it. Feel it. And you go all the way in that way till you climax. And when that happens, there's a kind of a letdown that happens energetically. Give yourself some time, and you might want to continue going, because the orgasms can build up. You can do it a second time, or you can just think, wow, that was enough. That was a lot. And I'm really satisfied with that. And no, you could always go further, and then you do another journey. And so you have to get to know yourself, how your arousal feels, how your pussy feels, how it feels when something penetrates you, what you like on your clitoris when that happens. Because when you're with a partner, then you can guide your partner to help you with your own arousal. Because how can you guide your partner and experience something together if you don't know how it works? So from there, the experience that you get on your own, then you practice with your partner. And if you don't have a partner, just you have another journey. Both ways are completely fine. And when you get to know your own sensual sexualness, when you get to know your own pussy, when you get to know your own orgasms, when you get to know your own self, that is self-awareness. And then you can have a way better end result and give to yourself in a great way. And you can be completely sexually satisfied without a partner, and you can have much more satisfaction with a partner if you increase your own awareness around your own body, your sexuality, and your orgasm, how it works, what turns you on, what is the arousal in you that makes you go, and what makes you tick. And the mind part, the fantasy, the thinking, the problems, if you have issues in your mind, none of it probably will work very well. So sometimes you just have to keep breaking through that and keep going towards the sensual part of yourself. And then at the end, when you're really, you want to you had an orgasm, or you're getting close to it, and you just want to, you had enough. Your journey's finished for you at that point in time. You have to be sensitive to what is going on. Because sometimes what happened for me, I need to cry after an orgasm, even with a partner, and I don't even know why, but it's just a release of the body. It's a release that happens because you open, then something might show up after that, and allow that to happen as well. If you need to cry, or you need to laugh, or you need to just completely be quiet and be by yourself for a minute, allow everything and be real. And for your partner, and with your partner, you have to have the same sensitivity for each other, because it's a very personal thing, and you share that very personal part. And awareness, sensitivity, giving, and no limitations. So I would go on a journey if I were you, and explore yourself, and use a vibrator, use your hands, trust what you want to do. Okay? Good luck.